Good evening, all. Welcome back to DAS TV. I hope you are all having a good, happy New Year so far, and obviously a good Sunday evening and into another bank holiday tomorrow, which makes it even a longer weekend and longer New Year. Disappointing today from Liverpool. 2 points, two massive points dropped. You're 2-0 up. Against one of your rivals, one of the sides that's competing with the league title for you, one of the sides that's, they're a point ahead of us. We have a game in hand. We're cruising when we go 2-0 up, and then as soon as we get that second, I think the last couple of minutes in that first half, from the 40th minute onwards, we lacked serious football intelligence. That bit of nous. We just weren't. You have to be more composed and better in those situations, and we weren't. You know what I mean? And towards the end of that first half, very disappointing to give away. Look, Kovacic's goal is world class. It's an unbelievable goal. I mean, no matter who scores it, there's nothing the keeper, the defender, anybody can do. It's world class. What a goal! An absolute worldly from him. Then Pulisic scores another great goal. I think Salah could do better when the ball's intercepted. I think it was Rudiger and they break. But look, it's all well and good picking out these small moments in the game that went on to be big. But a couple of minutes to go in the first half, we have to be a lot more better. There's games this season where you look at Brentford away, we're winning, and we end up only drawing. Brighton at home, 2-0 up. We go to United and beat them 5-0. We played them off the park. It's unbelievable. We beat them, the Lord Mayor, in their place. And then, we're at home to Brighton in a game that is going to be tough. You're going to have to give it everything and be physical, but, control the game, box clever in the game, have more football intelligence. And we're 2-0 up in that game when we draw 2-2. And that was a huge 2 points drop. The way I Spurs 2-1 up, okay, I don't think we deserve to win that game. But again, it's another game that we're winning. City at home this season, Chelsea today, 2-0 up. It's happened far too often. And when you keep dropping 2 points and 2 points, they add up. And City are where they are now, because I think Jamie Carragher alluded on Sky Sports. We've been in winning position 17 times, and we've only won 12 games. City have been in winning position 17 times and they've won all games, and that's the difference. And that is the difference. We've had too many draws so far this season. I think we've done really well in terms of only losing 2 games in all competitions. But when you're up against the magnitude and calibre of what City are, and the freak of a side that they are, and when you give them that kind of a head start, which we have done. City haven't been hit at all by COVID, by any major COVID outbreaks. They haven't had games rescheduled, so it's all went in their favour. You look at yesterday, awful refereeing decisions. City, Arsenal were very sharp, should have had the game won, done and dusted in the first half, and then City go on and not only get something in the game, a game where they should have lost, but go on and get 3 points. And it was a real champions result, wasn't it? It was similar to when we won the league a couple of years ago, 2 seasons ago, when we went to Villa 4 minutes to go of normal time, we're 1-0 down, and then we ended up winning the game 2-1. It was just one of those similar situations, where you just know, this team's gonna win the league. There's too much resilience. The mentality is all there. There's just too much hunger together, and there's too much fight. But look, we can still have a really good season. There's no doubt about we can have still a great season. But in terms of the league, I think it's a done deal now. I think you could say City, even if we were to win our game in hand and we're 8 points behind City, are City realistically, even with COVID hitting games rescheduled, are they going to lose 3 and we're going to potentially now going to have to almost win every game between now and the end of the season? I just don't think it's possible. I think psychologically as well, it's huge for City this today. But a draw was no good to either Chelsea or Liverpool, and both got a draw today. Chelsea will probably be fairly more placed because they had to come from 2-0 down to come back and to get 2-2. So that's great, great resilience and determination for them to come back. And in the end, they could have won it. In the end, we held on a bit, and I think it was a good result in the Emperors, because that last 10 minutes, was really backs against the wall. But I think we were winning the midfield battle till we went 2-0 up, and then after that, we didn't. We were legless in midfield. I think today we missed the control and composure of Thiago in midfield today. Naby Keita, it was probably a better game to start now, because I think he would have asked more questions questions than Milner did today. Milner, as great as he is and experienced and as composed as he is at the best of times, he's the type of player. I said it the other day on the preview at Chelsea when I was on with Jimmy and Steve, that he's the type of player you want to be bringing on for the experience to see out a game. You want to be bringing him on when you don't want to be conceding. Milner's the type of player you bring on for the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes in a big game like that when you're winning. You want to you need that bit of grit, determination in midfield. I'm not saying he shouldn't start games, but I do think Naby Keita would have asked more questions today. But I do think, Thiago was a blow, of course, because there was no doubt about it. I think if he's fit and available, because you've seen it this season when Klopp had them all available, most games he went with Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago. I just think, look, Milner, he gives away a silly, no need for a stupid free, and then a result of that free kick, then Kovacic scores. Now, don't get me wrong, it's easy to blame Milner for it. Kovacic is like, it's a world-class goal. No one expects the ball to dip out and then to come off the Kovacic and score a goal like that. So in a way, you can kind of say, well, if he doesn't score, we're not really giving out on Milner because the goal doesn't win. But to concede 2 goals late on in that first half, and Chelsea be going in at half-time with a point when they had nothing and looked like a mountain to climb for them to come back, they would have felt then coming out the second half, let's win this here now. Forget about the draw or result here, let's win it. And that would have been the mentality, But both teams definitely having a blip of late. Chelsea, as I said in the preview show, being poor since the end of November, start of December. They've dropped a lot of points. Not particularly poor, but they've just dropped a lot of points. They haven't been as organised, as compact or composed as they were, particularly at the start of the season for the first 10, 11 games. And, Spurs away, we draw, we're 1-0 down. We come back, we're winning 2-1. We draw that game. Then the game gets rescheduled against Leeds, which was unfortunate for us because I think we would have beat Leeds after that big heroics of the Carabao Cup. Then we, go and play Leicester away. It's all going really well. Salah gets a penalty, he misses, and then since then, Leicester have 1 shot on goal, 1 shot on target, and scores as a result of it. So I didn't think we were all as bad against Leicester as we might have made out to be, but it was a poor, very, very poor result. And to only have 2 points in 3 Premier League games, you ain't going to win the league with that, But look, the AFCON now is where we lose Keita, Mane and Salah for a month. They missed 2 Premier League games against Brentford and Palace. Obviously, they missed the 2 games against Arsenal and Shrewsbury as well, and in the FA Cup. And then they'll miss the 4th round of the FA Cup, whoever we get in that. Because let's be honest, I think we're going to be going through against Shrewsbury, aren't we? Big shout out there to Yuvraj Dalawal. Fair play to you, mate. You've come in here and you've been on a couple of these streams. I hope I'm saying as well and pronouncing the name right, bro. Gutted that we lost, and we have done this so many times, bottling a 2-0 lead, but City just too good. They are very good. You see, City are competing now the last 10 to 12 years, Yuvraj, and they've the richest there, don't they? They've had so many managerial changes, so many huge transfers of players incoming and going over the years. Look, it's they're a freak of a side. Like, where do you get a season where you get 97 points and you don't win a league title? That's something up. Great that we come out the season after it, won it, but last season they'd no competition, and this season I don't know whether they won't have any competition. Look, if we win our game and we're 8 points behind them, as long as we're not embarrassed this season where City win the league by more than 12, 15 points or whatever, who knows? Look, if they have an outbreak of COVID, if they get games rescheduled, if they get injuries, can all change for City, because I don't believe this City team is as good as it was 2-3 years ago. But there's no doubt about it. They've unbelievable strength and depth. They've like-for-like players. They're the biggest and best squad in the Premier League. And look, fair dues to them. They got the job done yesterday. There was questions asked of them midweek. They got the job done, and they've won both games by a goal deficit. So that's what champions do. But as I just said a while ago, Yuvraj, before you throw the comment there, we can still have a good season. We can still win silverware. We can still get second in the league. We've 3 competitions now that we can definitely realistically win any of them. I don't know about all 3 now with the strength and depth we have, but City have all the money. All that want is the Champions League. Exactly, and that's one thing that Liverpool and Chelsea have, is the European Cup that City don't have. And they missed out massively last season. And I think if you look in the Champions League, you always fancy Liverpool ahead of City winning it. You always fancy Bayern Munich or Chelsea, I think, just because we've been there, we've that European pedigree, and we're always held in higher regard when you win that, and that's something that City will desperately want. But are they going to be good enough to win both a Premier League and a Champions League this season? Of course they are when you look at the squad, but I'm not sure whether they do both, But look, today, yeah, it was just all round, I suppose, disappointment at 2-0 up. But we're on to Arsenal now with 2 legs. Second leg at Anfield. It's set up, isn't it, for Liverpool to go through when you look at it that way. But Arsenal are doing really well, They were doing really well up until the last international break. We played them on the 20th of November. They were unbeaten in 10 games before that. Then we spanked them 4-0. You're always going to fancy Liverpool, particularly over 2 legs, to beat Arsenal, any competition. But I think we need to go with a good strong start 11 Thursday night, try and get a good result at the Emirates, obviously, and go back to Anfield. We should be going to Arsenal to try and win there and make the task somewhat easier when it comes around to Anfield in the second leg then the Thursday week. Excuse me, but let's wait and see how it goes, But I think over 2 legs, if we will have to go with a strong team, we're going to have to probably play the likes, I think, of we know obviously Alisson, Matip, Firmino will miss definitely the first leg and next week's FA Cup game against Shrewsbury because of COVID. But I do think we're going to have to probably play like Van Dijk, Fabinho, Henderson in this game against Arsenal, Jota, because I think Arsenal will go strong enough, and certainly this is a competition. You can see the Carabao Cup that Arsenal do want to win, and they're definitely taken serious. Our only hope is the Champions League. Yeah, but the Carabao Cup, if we beat Arsenal, we get Chelsea or Spurs in the final, we can win at Wembley. It'd be a great occasion. It'd be great, wouldn't it, to have a bit of silverware won before the Champions League knockout stages against Inter Milan start. So, yeah, let's wait and see what happens. But I think it's all focus now. Go all out in the Carabao Cup, in the FA Cup, and obviously then when the knockout stage of Champions League come around, go for it. But look, if we still want to get second in the Premier League or we want to get third, whatever, it's the more realistic game. Definitely second is now at this stage, no doubt about it. Then we're going to have to keep winning league games as well. And we're going to have to be concentrated and have players ready and available at the helm as well in the league. So, it's still going to be a challenge for us to finish as high as we can in the league, even if we're not going to win it. So we do have to be mindful as well there around team selection. And of course, we are in now to January is the transfer window. It is, a window that we know Klopp doesn't like doing business in. It's very hard to do business in, isn't it, in the January transfer window, to get players in with that really want to be playing for your club and get them obviously in at the right price as well. So we'll wait and see what happens. But we can always dip into this market if needed as well. But we'll wrap it up there now. I will be on before the Arsenal game doing a preview of the Carabao Cup game. I'll be either on, I might actually be on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think I might be on Tuesday evening. I will put it out on this channel before I do come out, and I'll obviously have it on social media as well a few hours before it. But I'm looking forward to this game now against Arsenal. Disappointing today, but it is what it is. I think a draw is in many ways a good result for us when you look at how the game went. It's mad I'm saying that we're 2-0 up, but we lacked football intelligence. We lacked, good game, controlling the tempo and having, good game management we lacked today. And that's what our Achilles heel has been, you know what I mean? We've seen it against Man City at Anfield, we've seen it against away at Brentford, we've seen it against Brighton, we've seen it at Spurs. It's happened a couple of times this season, and when you keep dropping 2 points and 2 points, as I said, they all add up, and City are where they are now because they haven't allowed that to happen. So, I'll be back on midweek. Just get the top 4 in the Premier League. Yeah, we can get second, Raj. I think we can get second. I honestly do think so. I think the top 3 will be probably the way it is now, but hopefully Liverpool get at least second in it. But look, enjoy the rest of our New Year. Enjoy the rest of our Sunday evening and the week ahead. We keep going. We go on to Arsenal now. Next week, then we can obviously rotate the squad because it's a Shrewsbury in the FA Cup at home. No doubt about it. The start of the FA Cup, Jurgen always does rotate, and but particularly because it is one of the minnows in Shrewsbury, he'll definitely will do it. And we'll have to, because then we've the big second leg against Arsenal, then we've Brentford and Palace after that. So, I hope if any of you do tune into the AFCON as well, you enjoy that, which is going to be starting soon as well. So that's a wrap for today. It was just coming on, giving a little brief review of the game. Look, it was a Premier League classic, wasn't it? It was an unbelievable advert for Premier League, but it wasn't in any way, shape or form a good result for us. But look, we go on, we share the spoils, and we keep going on. Enjoy the rest, as I said. It's a Sunday, the new year, and yeah, best of luck to Liverpool in the 2-leg semi-final now against Arsenal. Have a good one, and cheers to anybody that is dropped in the comments. And remember to subscribe to this channel, Das TV, and I will have a video out on Tuesday. It should be, I don't think, be Wednesday, be more likely Tuesday evening. I'll do a live preview of Liverpool against Arsenal at the Emirates. Big up to us all. Enjoy the rest of your day.